Hey guys, SeanB here, and today is a very good day because today is the day I get my Guardian RTA finish reward. And it has been a very long time since the last time I got Guardian in RTA. It's been a very long time. I'm not very good at RTA, and yeah, that's why I haven't been finishing Guardian. But finally, we got Guardian again, and I would love to share everything with you guys in this video, what I did, all my runes, and all that kind of stuff. But first, I need to give the Okeanos skin to the Okeanos because he deserves it. He is the best unit that I use in this entire season. And look at that boy. Alright, let's transmog our Dragon King to become the Fish King. We went from summoning dragon to summoning fish. Is that a downgrade? I think that is kind of a downgrade. My win rate is 52.8%, which means I lose half the time, which is pretty normal for a lot of players out there. At the very top, they have like 80% win rate, which is insane to me. But if you have anywhere above 50% win rate, you're doing great. Be proud of yourself. This season was when I reinvented my RTA strategy. I start from scratch and I threw everything I know about RTA out of the window. I can never bring myself to do Gani Hathor ever again on my account.
Trash.
So RTA nowadays, you either have Sierra Chiwu, which are the two best speed lead in the current meta. You see them literally every match. So you go first, you strip the enemy, and then you control them, you do damage to them, you shut them down. If you want to go turn 2, you need to have Molly as your core. So Molly, Ragdoll, Leo, together with Juno, Praha, Wind Monkey King, Velaju, Vigor, they combine and become a very strong turn 2 meta as well. And my account has none of that. I don't have the speed lead to compete. I don't have the Molly to be a strong turn 2 bruiser player. I can actually make a couple different units to be near the 300 speed threshold and a couple different units on violent at 260 to 70 speed. But because of the lack of speed lead, they always outspeed me and shut me down. So I decided I'm gonna go turn 2, but I need to make sure my turn 2 is really impactful. My unit speed, I think the slowest one being Okeanos because he do a lot of damage, is around 223 speed. A lot of people out there will definitely leave a comment down right now saying 220 speed is slow? What are you talking about? Yes, it is really slow. Even in C3 nowadays, 250, 260 speed with violent runes is common. 300 speed for your Swift set is common as well. So this is pretty slow. And most of my units are in that range from like 235 to Okeanos being the slowest. My strategy is what people call slow cleave or snail cleave because I have two defense breaker being Bellenus and Savannah. They can AoE defense break follow up with a strong damage dealer that is Okeanos. Bellenus can also be the damage dealer after he defense break as well. And because Bellenus can absorb attack bar, he gain a turn very quickly to do skill 2 that can do a lot of damage to enemy team. So these three units are my core unit, Okeanos, Bellenus, and Savannah. I have accuracy in my artifact to make sure they do damage as well, but Okeanos accuracy leader will be good enough for the Molly, the Artamiel people as well. Most of my damage unit will be built with speed, quick damage, and attack. I try my best to get a lot of stats in my unit. I still utilize very fast rune like this one so that I can use rune with down speed like this one. So overall, I have a unit that have decent speed and good stats overall because I need to be able to take some hit and I need to be able to do enough damage to win immediately. The same for Okeanos, speed, quick damage, attack, and the same for Savannah, speed, quick damage, and attack. For this strategy to work, I need to be prepared to strip enemy double immunity team. So my first main stripper will be Tiana. She's on a Will Shield Nemesis. The Nemesis rune on Tiana is for her to gain attack bar and come back when they decide to focus her down first. She can strip everybody and also boost my team, and my team can start working. But it's good for turn 2 as well. My second main stripper will be Jeogun because it can strip and provide attack buff, which is perfect for a slow cleave team. He's on violent build, speed, attack, and HP. I try to have as little crit rate as possible because Ragdoll is pretty much everywhere. So with 3 strong AoE unit and 2 AoE stripper, I am very good against the double immunity people because whoever stripper they ban, I still have another one and then I strip them and I do damage to them. For example, the Ciara, Vigor, Fran, and then another immunity and maybe Antares or Vert. I strip and finish them off immediately. But then there's also the turn 1 double strip people. That is where I bust out the Leo and the Vert. So Leo's there to take turn 1, potentially reduce attack bar of Chiwu, and also neutralize the speed on the enemy team so they won't have that much advantage over me. Vert is there for the counter attack to gain turn against Savannah, Changpeng, Chiwu, Gianna with the triple revenge build, just speed, crit rate, and HP. Nothing too insane. He's only there for the revenge and stealing turn. After that, if I can go back to using Bellenus, that'll be ideal, but sometimes I have to go in with a Juno as well on a speed, crit rate, and HP build to spare revenge, nothing crazy, to deal with the people who want to go in with no water. And Juno is going to be a very good unit. The same goes for Leica. I'm running a Fatal build, temporary for now, because I'm not a very strong Leica or expert in Leica, but I'm going in between just Vampire, Violent, Fatal and see what works best for Leica. Also, we have things like Tetra, Annabelle to cleanse the Gianna player. I have the Sean for those who want to pick Antares and Miho. I have Soha, Rune on Despair, speed, HP and accuracy when I see a lot of fire. And people who are relying on Vert to cut in between. Soha's skill 3 can strip, and because she's water, the revenge might glance, which is really good for me. And she can potentially stun the Vert as well. After that, her skill 1 is very good at controlling single target, but I would love for them to buff this skill a little bit because a lot of time I don't freeze anybody for multiple turns when I think this skill should be a bit more consistent. Also, there'll be fast cleave player. I have a Spectra on Swift, speed, good damage, and accuracy. This is probably my fastest Swift rune. And Spectra is having 335 speed. That would be faster than a Bastet with 24% speed lead. Sometimes, you know, I wish. And sometimes faster than Chiwu as well. And turn 1 player, they don't really rely on will runes, which means if Spectra move first and I manage to do this and reduce their attack bar and their attack power, then my slow cleave will have a chance. The same goes for Gani on a Swift build as well. If I manage to sneak in my Vanessa or Waryoung so that they can lead Gani and Spectra into battle, I can actually destroy a fast cleave player too, but not really happen that easily because if I start out with Okeanos Savannah, then I don't have a lot of options left for my team. But it is my temporary answer to fast cleave player. I have a Triton to ship as well in case people take my Tiana. He's on the spare rune and he works just fine. I also have a double Nemesis Will Daphnis that will be the bait for most Barbara and Mina user out there. Somehow everyone who uses Barbara will always hunt the Daphnis down because Daphnis is the easiest to do damage on. And that's where I steal a turn and also one-shot their Fran after that. Happens way too many times by now, and people still take the bait. Unit that should be fast like Barbara, I also build her slow and speed tune to the team. She's there for the single target strip. If I see too many fire, Barbara I think is a very good option. Wow, this guy is starting off with double immunity pretty much immediately. So I'm gonna start off with a strip as well, and he's gonna go in with a Vert and a Barbara. So that unit right there is the one that's gonna scare me the most. So I'm gonna go in with a Prom and I'm gonna go in with Soha as well. The thing about Soha is she also cleanse debuff in case my team gets stunned. So he has one AoE strip that is on the spare rune and one single target strip that can do a lot of damage. I think I'm gonna ban his Vert away, because how the game's gonna turn out is the Barbara strip, and then there's really nothing to follow up after that. The style of attacking is gonna be on my Soha. Not sure why he's going straight for Soha there. Maybe he was hoping to get a violent proc, and then he can one-shot Soha. But is he on a violent build? I'm not too sure as well. But right now Soha's taking all the damage is fine, and then I'm gonna strip the enemy team. Beautiful. But we do miss the Fran, which is gonna be a problem because Fran can heal, right? But if I manage to move in front of Fran with my Bellenus, I think that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, that's why I go Violent Bellenus and not Despair, because the potential combo is way too big to miss out. So Oki is gonna finish them off with his damage and gain some attack bar as well. This is where I finish the Fran, and we should be good here. Okay, CR first pick. I love CR first pick because nobody would not pick the speed lead, which means by default, he's faster than me. And if he doesn't bring any form of follow-up or strip to prepare for Ciara, and he wants to hide behind immunity, then I'll be doing good. But this guy is going in with the Chiwu. Let's see what is the follow-up behind the Chiwu. It's gonna be the Bellenus. He's kind of taking away my unit too. That is kind of scary, but these are two AoE unit that Vert is gonna be very good against. And I'm gonna be going in with a Tiana because my Tiana is on maximum resist, and I can potentially resist the Bellenus entirely, gain some attack bar with Nemesis Rune, and cleanse the entire team. So I'm gonna be going in with an Animal for the cleanse. I'm gonna let the strip Chiwu into Praha Sleep is kind of nasty, not gonna lie. But I think if we ban out Ciara, he doesn't have any crazy CC. So we're gonna let the Animal stay. Animal also have high resist and faster speed than some of my unit to cleanse. Oh, he banned out the Okeanos. So he banned out my hard CC unit, which is a pretty good move. Let's see. I'm taking sort of calculated risk if you need to put a term on it, because I'm going turn 2 and I need to take some kind of risk here. And the first turn doesn't really belong to the Vert. The Vert counter right now. Oh, and he violent proc. He might take away my Savannah right now. That's not good. That is not good. He's gonna go for the stun on the Animal, but not sure if you can get that. He doesn't get the stun, but I don't get to move because of the attack bar reduce of the Chiwu. So I'm gonna try to put the defense break on first, because if I use the cleanse, I think Pra is gonna put me to sleep. But Pra cannot really put me to sleep because Bellenus is moving. Wow. So Bellenus cannot really do much here, because if I decide to do that, I can actually do something else. Okay, he go for the skill 1 stun, which is correct, but I do get a lucky violent proc, so we're gonna push back the attack bar of the enemy team. And Animal get a beautiful proc as well. I'm gonna try to bring pressure onto the Bellenus, because he is now the main damage dealer of the enemy team. So the moment my Savannah get a turn, which should be very soon, that is gonna be over for the Bellenus. And I don't think there's anything he can do to stop me. Oh, that's not good. But no more healing for him. And every AoE he does is potential turn from the Vert himself. So we're gonna try to finish off the Bellenus here. We're gonna cleanse our team with Animal, and I think we should be okay here. So this is the kind of match that is a bit more awkward, but I do take unit in that has utility like cleanse and turn providing like Vert, turn providing attack bar gain like Vert, to make sure that I don't lose out the advantage even when I'm using a much slower team than the enemy. So right there, his combo going in didn't really turn out like how he imagined it would be, because he doesn't have any form of attack bar decrease beside Chiwu, and the Bellenus was not speed tuned to his team as well. Compared to my team, I have very close speed gap, but his Chiwu was definitely very fast, but his Bellenus was not ready to follow up. And that is a big problem with running a turn 1 team, is that everybody has to be really fast and close to one another, because right there is when I cut in between the enemy because of their speed tuning, and I start cleansing, I start getting turn, and I start applying damage, and suddenly everything becomes really awkward for the enemy. So speed tuning is very, very important. Molly Bruiser player. These are the card I love as well. So I'm gonna pick a stripper here just in case because he can pick Velaju. But my boy Jeogun is also an attack buffer, which is great. These Molly player, they're not very slow too. They are kind of 230, 240 speed as well if they run things like Juno and Vigor. Very fast unit. So he run one immunity unit. I can ban that. And I can also run some sort of attack bar reset like Ganny here. But Ganny is not exactly the most amazing thing to run into a Leo. So there are many things we can do. I'm going to go in with an Animal for more defense break and healing to give myself some sort of a plan B. I'm going to ban out the immunity unit. He banned out the Animal. So we're going to be going with accuracy lead. That Josephine is actually a big problem. I have two units that I can't reliably stun, and my Savannah is not going to do well against the Leo. So this is a very good example of me fighting a bruiser player. It's not really straightforward because I'm not sure how tanky they are and what kind of speed they have. Okay, Vampire Leo, very fast Molly, very fast Josephine. Good, good, good. So nobody's going to cut in between. I hate people cutting in between. I love when they all take their turn. Oh my god, my Bellenus is pretty much gone. But what I can do is I can just seal her away. And there's no more provoke on Bellenus. And now I can start doing damage. But not for long though, because the seal is not going to be long because I don't have speed on my unit. So the seal is actually based on speed, which is very unfortunate. I have to now use all I have to quickly demolish the enemy team before the stupid Josephine come back. So that's a good AoE damage right there. We're going to try to stun them as well. This will give the monkey stack, but at the same time, I'm doing a lot of damage on the monkey. And with attack break, he's not going to heal back much. And I'm going to tap. And because Leo died, the seal is actually longer than it should be. The seal should have been over by now. But because the Leo is dead, so my seal get prolonged, and that's pretty awesome. So we're done here. And the moment Josephine come back, the game is over. Oh, G3 player. And he's running a turn 1 stripper. So I guess we're fighting turn 1 double strip here. So that's going to be a light Bellenus. This guy AoE strip and is very, very strong. A speed lead as well. He's definitely looking to get turn 1. So let's see what I can do to deal with him. That's going to be a Shimite. I'm going to go in with my Bellenus and Leo. So I have AoE damage. And Leo to deal with the turn 1 and as well as to counter the Tableau. So let's see what he decides to do. Probably practicing for his 20 star as well. Nope. So a lot of damage here. So strip into Poseidon is a very, very strong concept. That is why I really need to run a... I have to run a Vert here. If my Vert revenge, Tiana can strip and Okeanos can start working. So who do I want to ban? There's only one strip. But if I give him 2 turns with Tableau, he can actually destroy me. So what I want to do is... I'm going to ban out Tableau. Let's see what he decides to ban here. That's a very, very crazy team. We're going to go with our defense leader to make sure that we survive. But I'm not sure if we can survive. Everyone's on wheel except for the Shimmy. So I'm going to try my best to push back Shimmy attack by here. Oh, the Daphnis take a turn but missed my Okeanos though. That's good. Daphnis always miss. So that's not very surprised Pikachu for me. Vert gets stunned. But my Tiana gained attack bar because he did damage. So I move in between. And because I have Leo, any amount of attack bar gain is sufficient for me to take a turn. And that is where the Nemesis set is going to be insane. And that's a big stun. We're going to try to finish off the Poseidon as well. And there shouldn't be anything that's going to be standing in my way. And that's it. Actually, I looked back at the replay and I realized that I think my Tiana didn't really gain attack bar. I was just faster than Poseidon, which was weird. But he went with attack leader skill. So I guess his Poseidon was just really slow. He's going to go in with a Water Ryu. Oh, he's coming into the meta with the AoE strip, but it's not the most consistent. But I think I should still consider him a stripper. So he's going in. Last pick can very well be Velaju or a Chiwu, and I can't see that, which is very scary because I can't counter him accordingly. So I'm gonna go in with something more open-ended here. So he's really going for turn 1 here, and with attack buff, I think, can he really destroy me? I don't think I'm gonna give him attack buff though. So he's gonna get his AoE strip into AoE. Oh no, Savannah's gonna destroy me. But I do have 2 fire unit, and I don't think his strip is gonna be the best strip in the game, or else it's gonna be really OP, right? Let's see. And he stripped 1 unit. I think I'm good here, but not yet. Raki and the what do you call that? The dark thing, Trinity is strong, but the Nemesis rune on my Tiana is definitely stronger. So I cut in between, and I start working on his team. The blue guy is gonna cut in between, but it's not an instant turn, so I still can take a turn easily. And he's gonna take a turn to do nothing because he used that skill 2 in his first turn already, which means right now he doesn't have anything. So as you can see right there, I think turn 1 Water Ryu is not really that good because the strip is very Anyway, that was the showcase of my runes, my speed, and the strategy that I use, why I do certain things, and some example matches for the season. Not sure I'm gonna keep this entire playstyle until the next season, but I'm loving it. It's doing really well against the meta, and unless some major change happen, I think I'm gonna be sticking with this playstyle. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!